What's something you'd love to see but won't be alive for? I would like to see humans leaving the solar system. Or I would like to see the highways fixed without multi-year rollouts, making it the safest job you can have in America. Solar system, here we come. While we probably won't be leaving the solar system in our lifetimes, there is supposed to be probes that can get us actual photos of Proxima b within our lifetimes. The project is called Breakthrough Starshot and it's definitely worth reading about. Just what happens? I want to know what happens to all of us in 100 years, 200 years, 1,000 years. If given the opportunity, I'd time travel forward, not back. Whatever happens will be crazy. I never really thought deep about the day becoming a reality. Will we move to another planet? Will the virus take us out? Meteor? If we survive all of that and do populate Mars one day, the sun will still inevitably die. And if we haven't figured out how to populate outside of the solar system by then humanity is gone for good. What's wild is it isn't if, but when. This probably has already happened many times to other civilizations deep in the universe. I think it would be cool to go back and record all the historical events with a modern camera, albeit super small so they won't notice it, so I don't get burned at the stake or something, so we could see what it was really like before modern cameras and filming equipment existed. Hale-Bopp Comet. Projected next viewing in 4380. Yeah, I'll be long gone. Fun fact, there was a group of Hale-Bopp cultists that killed themselves the last time it came around. They were an odd bunch. Among the dead was Thomas Nichols, brother of the actress Nichelle Nichols, who is best known for her role as Uhura in the original television series of Star Trek. I saw it, and Halley's back in 1986 when I was like 5 years old. I didn't really understand the significance at the time, but I remember people being all excited about it, and saying it would be like 76 years before we would see it again. The Earth's magnetic pole flip. This would actually be really interesting. I wonder how many animals use the magnetic field for navigation, and will they be confused when it happens? Sometimes I randomly think about what it would be like if this happened, or I think about some weird cosmic disaster happening and the Earth just explodes into space particles and I give myself a quick little panic attack. Life evolving on other planets. If it happens, it'll be so weird and wild compared to Earth, since the environments would likely be pretty different. Then again, there's always the deep sea if you wanna look at alien-looking creatures. When they have to adapt to such a different environment than our own, they're gonna look pretty strange. Look for Cambrian animal pictures. You'll see how different life can be in the same planet in similar conditions when given the time. 1 meter long shrimps with spider-like fangs, 5-eyed arthropods, worms with spines, and, of course, the Tully monster. Life will never be the same twice, even in the same planet, unless we're talking about convergent evolution and carcinization, then life can get pretty dang similar very often. Life is a weird little thing, isn't it? I don't care about alien-looking creatures, I want to study true aliens. Life with no common ancestor to Earth life. Assuming they are even carbon water-based, so assuming somewhat Earth-like temps and pressures, how will they store genetic information? What will their metabolisms be like? What will they use for cell walls? Will they biologically interact with Earth life at all? Will they have a cell-like structure at all? Okay, the answer is probably yes for that last one. Humans leaving the solar system for the first time. It took Voyager 135 Earth years to leave the solar system. It travels at roughly 38,000 miles per hour. It's currently in its 43rd year of travel and is in interstellar space. Well, the interesting thing about that is, it's likely we only leave the solar system if we could approach c, the speed of light, and therefore the humans on board would endure time at a much slower rate than we will. 20 years could pass on board whilst 27,000 years passes at home. They would slowly accelerate, and to us it would seem like quite some time perhaps, and then they would go poof. The collision of the Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies. I will posthumously be hyped for Milk Dromedar. It won't be that exciting. Not a single astronomical object will collide when it happens. Betelgeuse being the most bright object in the night sky, fuck me for not being alive to see this. It's possible. It could blow tomorrow or in a million years, we just don't know for sure. Betelgeuse. Betelgeuse. Bullet trains in North America. California is burning $100 billion on a train that won't run all that fast for a big part of the route. We are in the early stages of planning one that goes from Edmonton to Calgary. It's supposed to allow us to travel between the two cities in about 40 minutes. I'm super excited for it, it will really bring our province together. Cure for type 1 diabetes. I've had it since I was 3. Edit, type 1 is an autoimmune disease that cannot be prevented. Type 2 is the one associated with diet and weight problems. My future hope would be that we would be able to clone organs, not whole bodies like in some movies, and because of ethical concerns. They can take your pancreas cell or a stem cell, fix the genetic defect, then grow a replacement pancreas. This was my answer before even opening the thread. Diabetes is a horrible disease. People really have no idea how bad it is. It's not the finger pricks and injections, that's the easiest part. The mental health side of it is the worst for me. And no matter how hard you try, and how perfectly you handle it, something always goes wrong. I hope we at least get some better and more accurate, and affordable, technology in the next few years. Experimental proof if string theory is correct. Wait, which theory is this? How would we ever prove string theory experimentally? Not being antagonistic, I just don't know how it would work. Traveling to different planets like how we travel to different countries. I would settle for just getting the chance to visit space. Just remember to go to sleep before you enter the teleporter, son. My debt paid off. Shushing face, shh. Don't let the creditors know. The discovery of intelligent extraterrestrial life. I'd settle for intelligent terrestrial life. I'm surprised I had to dig this far to find this response. Aliens man, I just wanna know for sure. Then I'm good. The eradication of all types of dementia. It's an awful disease and few headways have been made to provide effective treatment, much less a cure. Edit, whoa. Thanks for the upvotes and awards. My mother is living with this disease and it's the most horrific experience in my life. In solidarity. I have worked in Alzheimer's research. We're getting there. The issue is finding it early enough for treatments. Imaging science is advancing amazingly rapidly with new leaps in MEG and MRI. Once we can ID pre-symptoms, we have a range of potential treatments to slow it, and crucially we'll be able to design and test new treatments. That said, I'm mid-30s, it won't be in time for my parents. Possibly for me, but by then that kinda treatment will be for the rich only, and I probably don't have to tell you I ain't gonna be rich working as a scientist. Bit boring dystopia, but there it is. I just found out about my mother's probable diagnosis of dementia and I'm really scared about what lies ahead. Being a biochemist, I can't help feeling frustrated with thinking the R&D won't be there to rely on to help prolong her clarity. Cure for cancer. 10 drips of oregano oil over the course of 3 days done. /S. This one hits close to home. GTA 6. GTA 5 will come out for the PlayStation 6 and people will still be paying for in-game content like shark cards. Yes, plus when will be available to play? 2100. Aliens. I hear you can stream it on Netflix. Kinda surprised how little amount of people wrote this. Bully 2. I would love a sequel, but I feel lots of people write this game off as GTA, but you can't kill, drive, or fuck bitches, definitely not. This game brings a lot of unique things to the table. Half-Life 3. Humans becoming a Type 1 civilization and Beetlejuice going supernova edit. Wow. I just woke up to see this comment explode. Thank you for the awards. A lot of people are saying Beetlejuice going supernova. Did a movie or YouTube channel mention this recently? Can someone explain what characterizes the types of civilization? Flying cars, but you fucks can barely drive on pavement. Edit, THX for the gold. When I was small I would get excited at the thought of flying cars. I'm in my late 20s and the thought terrifies me. Like you said, idiots can barely drive now. Imagine cars just dropping from the sky, BC of careless drivers. I hope I'm not alive for that era long. I think flying cars and AI to fly said cars would need to come out simultaneously. I'm already afraid to leave the house. I don't want to worry about miniature twin tower scenarios becoming a regular thing. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.